have another look at this. The dive, the crisscross, bang, straight down the inside. Nice move, Van Gisbergen, but the contact has ended up forcing Dave wide. And then what ensued afterwards? Have a look here. We're on board with Van Gisbergen. Bang, capitalises on a bad run. Is he up far enough?
This is not done, folks. This is unbelievable. Now Craig Lowndes, if he passes Mclaughlin, he's off! He's made a mistake. Lowndes is down the inside. They're going to crash. They've hit on the way up the hill. Unbelievable. It's broken the front left. He's out of business. Lowndes is out of business. He's off the road. What an extraordinary end to Craig Lowndes' day. Unbelievable. This is going to be a bitter fight to the end.
He made his own mistake. He moves over. They're alongside each other.
He had to do it. He had to try and cover. Now everybody will be polarised on brand lines here. The hardest decision of the year for the Driving Standards Observer and the Deputy Race Director is what they do about this one. What do they do? Now Lowndes had the momentum. Craig would have gone by. This is an extraordinary way for this championship to conclude. Triple Eight will go berserk. Roland Dane will go berserk. They'll fight with everything they've got. Under investigation is car number 17. A post-race pit lane penalty for car number 17 for a driving infringement. Wow! Jamie Whincup is champion. Jamie Whincup has won his 7th title after a penalty for Scott Mclaughlin. He's the champion. He is the champion for 2017.
That is extraordinary.
Is that a joke, or are you serious? It's a bad joke if it is.
It's a bad joke if it is.
We are the champions, mate. You are champion. Yeah.
He came here as a 6-time champion, 3 times a runner-up. He's had a string of unbroken finishes of 135 races, Jamie Whincup. And he's letting his hair down now. This was the championship season where he won more races than any other driver in history. It's hard to properly describe all of the high and low emotions for both these organisations this weekend and the way in which this thing has concluded.
It was extraordinary. I'm with you. I mean, we cannot find the right words for a man who's won 7 of these championships.
Lowndes leads them out, and it's fitting. Heads up Watt Street. As I said before, it hasn't been a happy hunting ground. 44 years of age, winding up his full-time supercars career. What a championship year he's had, remembering that he's 4th in the championship. He's had a couple of victories. The breakthrough win for him in Tasmania was very big. But that victory at Mount Panorama in October, that was special. Moved him on to 7 victories. It's not very often that a professional driver stays with an organisation for terribly long in this business, but to be with Triple Eight for 14 years is very, very special. And I asked Craig the question, if somebody rolled in the door with a lot of money and said, come drive for us, what would you do? And he said, if it's not a Triple Eight race engineering car, the answer is no, which is interesting. And I think they've had their ups and downs, Roland Dane and Craig Lowndes, from time to time, but there's an enormous amount of mutual respect. That announcement that was made at Townsville earlier in the year, that stopped the business. There were tears. It's hard to imagine Craig Lowndes not being out there when we roll up to Adelaide to commence the championship in 2019.
It was Fabian by himself.
It was a massive moment for Fabian on the replay, and it's grabbed PERCAT, who had nowhere to go, and now they're bringing 97 in, so that's critical. We need to see 97 because they've brought Van Gisbergen in.
What's this? What's this? What's this? Gone. Gone. Now listen for the next bit. Oh, that was PERCAT pulling the right-hand side out of the Timken Commodore.
That's a can opening sound. Pulled the whole side out of the car, Murph.
I've got some other bad news for Red Bull Hot Racing Team fans. The 1 has not got his fuel in. So they're in exactly the same boat for 97 and 1. So he's about to come to the lane to get his remainder of 140 in the number 1 Red Bull Hot Racing Team car.
Thanks, Greg. We're looking into all these replays, and can you believe the bad luck there for Nick PERCAT? So Fabian's got crossed up and arrived at 1 and whacked the wall, and they are bulldozing junk up the road to turn 2. Actually, the rear wing is skewed badly, so the balance of the car...
There we go. Now, this will give us a little insight as to how this is unfolded. So, she fires down the inside of Tim Blanchard. He turns back the other way, and then he gives her a bump, and then he fires down the inside. Yes. So, Tim will be in a bit of strife for that, I would think, because he's ended up making contact on the way into the left-hander. Oh, that was almost contact there with another of the Nissans afterwards. So Tim's just basically hit her behind the rear wheel.
It all started way back in March from a racing perspective in Adelaide. Still plenty of traffic to negotiate out here. Half a lap to go in the shadows for Mclaughlin. It's been a brilliant championship campaign. As I mentioned a moment ago, it's been jammed with emotional moments, heartbreaking moments, moments of sheer racing magic. These guys are still at it. They are going to punch on in the foreground to the last millimetre today. But now it's all about this young man. The crowd's reacting after more than 6,500 kilometres of racing across Australia and New Zealand. It's been a big, big battle of the heavyweights all season long, and Mclaughlin is about to overcome the horrors of Newcastle 2017. The 25-year-old Kiwi, Scott Mclaughlin, has stared down his fellow Kiwi and rival Shane Van Gisbergen.
You are the champion, mate.
He is the champion. He seals a very special place in Supercars history for Shell V-Power Racing. Take a bow, Scott Mclaughlin. Take a bow, Roger Penske. Take a bow, Dick Johnson, Ryan Story.
Everyone at DJR Team Penske, Shell V-Power Racing has worked towards this result, and it's a fitting result. We couldn't be prouder. Thank you very much.
He's just arrived right now. I'll let you go and enjoy.
And now your 2018 Virgin Australia Supercars Champion. Let's crown him right now from the Shell V-Power Racing Team. It's Scott Mclaughlin. From Virgin Australia with the winning trophy. Congratulations to Scott Mclaughlin and to all the crew at DJR Team Penske. Let's celebrate here in Newcastle.